Hello leopards. Today's story is a very special story. It's called Bark George by Jules Pfeiffer. And the reason this is really a special book is because a few years back I had a little girl called Vivian in my class. And Vivian brought this book to school and I fell in love with this book. Teacher adores children's books. It's one of my best things in life. Anyway, Vivian brought this book to school for a read and I really enjoyed the book. So later in the year, Vivian's mommy had to go back to America for work. And this was where Vivian got her book from. And so as a gift when the mom came back, she brought me my very own Bark George. And I would love to share it with you. Look, this is George. He is a puppy. And that's his mummy. And the book's name is Bark George. George's mother said, what do you think she asked him to do? The name of the book gives you a clue. She said, bark, George. George went, meow. No, George, said George's mother. Cats go meow, dogs go arf. Now bark, George. George went, quack, quack. Look at the mom's face now. No, George, said George's mother. Ducks go quack, quack. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George. George went, wank. What's wrong with this puppy? Look at the poor mum. She's getting so frustrated. No, George. Pigs go oink. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George. Do you think George barked? George went moo. Where do you think George's mummy took him? Yes, George's mother took George to the vet. I'll soon get to the bottom of this, said the vet. Please bark, George. And George went, meow. The mom is so embarrassed. The vet reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a cat. Mommy is so surprised. Bark again, George. And George went quack, quack. So the vet reached deep, deep inside of George and she pulled out a duck. He pulled out a duck. Bark again, George, asked the vet. Oink. And so the vet reached deep, deep, deep inside of George and pulled out a pig. Can you believe it? How did they get in there? Bark again, George, asked the vet. And George went moo. This time the vet put on his longest latex glove. He reached deep, 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 deep inside of George and he pulled. And he pulled out a cow. What happened to poor mummy dog? She fainted. She got such a fright. Bark again, George. And George went, arf. Look how happy they are. They're jumping up and down. They're so excited. George's mother was so thrilled that she kissed the vet and the cat and the duck and the pig and the cow. On the way home, George's mummy wanted to show George off to everyone on the street. So she said, "Bark, George." And George went, "Hello." Isn't that funny? Now let's see who can remember what happened in the story. Right in the beginning of the story, George's mummy asked him to bark, but he wasn't able to bark. And he went through all these noises, right? What was the first noise that he made instead of barking? Meow. Yes. He meowed first. What did he do after the meow? What animal sound did he make? Quack, quack. And after the quacking, what did he sound like? Oink, oink. That's right. Look at the poor mommy. And after the oink, oink? Moo. That's right. And his mommy was so worried. She was so frustrated with him. Where did she take him to be seen to? Yes, that's right. She took him to the veterinarian. So when the veterinarian checked it out, what was the first animal that he was able to get out of the puppy George? Yes, the cat, because the cat said meow. And after the cat, what came next? That's correct. That's that bird, the duck, who went quack, quack. And after the duck, what was next? The pig, and the pig said oink, oink. And what was the last enormous animal that came out of the poor puppy? It went moo. Yes, the cow. Let me find the cow. And have a think about it. Was the mummy excited or angry after this? Yes, let's look. She was excited. She was jumping up and down. Look how happy she seems. And where did the mummy and George go after the visit to the vet? They went for a walk in the street. And they passed all the people. Now think about it. How did the story end? Was George able to bark again at the end? He was at the vet, hey? He arfed at the vet. But in the street, he didn't bark. He said, "Hello." That's a funny story. There we go. I hope you enjoyed it too. Bye for now.